So in the last lab, we did a simple example of just displaying hello world on the screen. Okay, we did it by using this particular command, Python manage.py run server. We ran this command and then we went to this local host. Okay, we created a new app named as Books under the entertainment project. Then if I write books forward slash hello, this shows us hello world. This is what we did in the last lab. Now, today we will learn about how we can create um, HTML template for doing some more formatting over the text. Okay, so we will just try to understand that and go in detail later on. So for this, we have to create a new folder named as template under this under the same app folder where we have created use.py. Okay, so we have use.py under the books app. So here only under the books app, if I click over this particular link, this shows that this shows that it will create a new file. Whereas if I the next to it is new folder, right? So we have to create a new folder. If I click over the new folder here, so a new folder will be created, and if I write templates here, the folder will be named as templates. And under this template folder, we have to create a new file named as any name you can give it, but you have to give it the extension of .html. So if I click on new file here, and suppose I want to name my file as hello.html, the moment I click HTML, you can see it has changed the icon to those HTML tag icons, and I press enter, and this new hello.html file has been created. That means if I write anything here, that will work as like the HTML tags. So suppose in the previous example, we created a function named as say hello that was just printing hello world over the browser localhost. Now I'm using some HTML tags to modify that hello world or anything you want to write up there. So suppose here I'm just for the understanding, I'm using the H1 tags, heading tags. I've written hello world. I'm saving this file. Okay, so you need to yes save the file as well. So under the template folder, I have created this HTML file for hello.html and I have written hello world here within the H1 tags. But we need to tell our system as well, the app as well, that it has to use this HTML file now instead of the say hello function. So where we have to do the modifications. So I'm going back to this use.py file, that's a Python file. And earlier we had written here that it has to use this function, say hello, and on a request, it will be respond with this hello world, right? So now we will do some changes. Now the function will remain the same. We can use the same function, and we are telling it yes on a request. What it has to do? It has to return render. Okay, we are rendering to return the HTML file that we just created. So that we are mentioning that on request, it has to return the content, formatted content of the HTML file. Okay, hello.html. So now instead of calling the function and use and just printing something, hello world, it will be using the HTML file and it will print that on the browser. Okay, so you have to save this as well. I have commented the other text just for understanding that we did that part as well. So you can also use this hash to comment your section that you have practiced earlier on. Okay, and now what we have to do is now you have to run, right? So if you remember previously it was running like this, hello world, simple text. Now what we are doing is now I will run this Python manager.py run server command again. Okay, so it after modifications, if I look up here, I click here. Yeah, okay, I can refresh the earlier page as well, but I'm writing it again just for your understanding. So books under the books app, we are calling hello. Okay, and now you can see previously it was simple hello world written. Now it is written with the H1 tag. Okay, so that means whatever we did inside this hello.html file that has been rendered here over the web page. Okay, So this is the simple example. Now we can break from here. Okay. Now we can try some more modifications as well. Like we can even render some changes where it will show some dynamic names or something different. So suppose we are going back to our hello.html file that we just created. Now instead of hello world, I want to print something which I will be taking from somewhere else. Okay. Earlier we are just doing like we uh, printed in double quotes hello world as it is in view.py, the Python file, and it was being printed. Now we are doing that, we are using the HTML file to print something. Okay, we were doing the same thing that we are just writing the similar text here. Now, suppose if I want to do something else, like if I pass name here, okay, what I'm actually intended to do is whatever name will be passed in the other file, okay, that we will be using that now. That other file will be where the view.py file, Python file. Whatever name will be passed there, that will be printed here. Okay, so instead of giving some name directly here, I'm just giving it a reference. Okay, that it will be referencing the view.py file now. So this will just depict how two different files could be like linked to each other, and they will be using content of one file in the content of the other file. So I'm giving it that whatever will be referenced in the view.py, it will be printed here. So let's see now first. Okay, so in this file, I have used double curly braces for name. Okay, and if I go back to this views.py file, okay, and here I was like already referencing to the hello.html, but now that name thing, what to do in the name. So let's see one thing just for our reference. If I run that server again, okay, now I have written names in double curly braces here. So, and if I just refresh my page, okay, it's showing hello only. Nothing is printed for the name. So it's not an error there. It's just that for name, it is waiting for something, waiting for some more input that could be printed here. Okay, so breaking out of this again, and now in this particular use.py file, what changes we can do is we can use a dictionary. Dictionary is something which works with a key value pair. So for dictionary, we use this curly braces, and we use semicolons as well. So whatever we write before the semicolons becomes a key, and whatever we write after the semicolons, sorry, after this columns, it's not semicolon, it's a colon. So after whatever we write is after this colon becomes the value of that thing. Okay. So if I write, say, name here before the column, so this name will work as a key. And if I write here, say, uh, hello students, or write some, let's see, KMV students. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so I'm repeating, this is a dictionary. Dictionary works on the basis of, it's like you have list, you have arrays, you have structure, you have sets. Okay, so this is dictionary which works on the basis of key and value. So it searches for the key and it prints the value based on that. So if you remember, we use this key name here. This name is the key that it will be using the dictionary. So this name will be referenced here. This name is having the value KMV students. Okay. So these both files will be actually referencing to this name key here from the dictionary. So let's save this as well, and let's run this particular code again. Okay, sorry, this one. Python space manage.py run server, and let's see what we get on the screen now. Okay, we could have refreshed this page again. Okay, now it's showing TMV students. So with hello, the name which it referenced through the key that is being shown here. Right? So this is about how you can get started with templates.